Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Civilization. This video is going to be all about Lohar. I'm going to dedicate this whole video just for Lohar. That is correct. So I started a Commander of Series Spotlight and now is to Lohar's today. So if you want to check the other commanders, you can always go into my channel. There is a playlist with all the commanders, and if your commander that you're looking for is not there, it will be. So now it's Lohar's day. Let's get started. First I have to say that epic commanders like Lohar he is a epic commander, you'll be able to max them out from the things that you get into the game, and I'm talking about stars and sculptures. Now the first 10 sculptures that you can obtain from him is from a special event. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there is a special event which is called by his name, Lohar's event. On that event you get bone necklaces by defeating barbarians. So by defeating barbarians you get these bone necklaces. When you use these bone necklaces, you have a chance to get Lohar's longbow and Lohar's buckler. When you use these particular items that I just mentioned, some troops are gonna appear. You rally those troops and you have a chance to get various resources and Lohar sculptures. So that's how you can obtain his first 10 sculptures. After you have obtained his first 10 sculptures, then you can use universal sculptures. If you want to give a max focus on Lohar, my advice is do not spend universal sculptures on him. You either wait it out until you max him out, or you're going to use your universal sculptures if you already have like 3, 4 or 5 maxed out epic commanders. This is my advice. If you're in a very active alliance, which unfortunately I'm not, because you can see his skills already. If you're in a very active alliance, they are gonna do a lot of rally against Lohar. You will be able to max him out just from that. So try to avoid using your universal sculptures, because there are much important epic commanders than him that you could use your universal sculptures on. You can max him out from the Lohar event. Don't make any worries about that. Just make sure that you are in an active and big alliance. Like any other commander, my first advice would be to try to max out his first skills while he is at 1 star. After that, my advice would be to unlock his third skill. His second skill is damage to the barbarians. Well, if you have a strong army and decent research, you can do that even without the second skill. But the third skill is granting you more experience. And this is why Lohar, he is so good. This is why people use him so much. This is why people talk so much about him. The 70% more experience from guardians and barbarians. Guardians are the troops that are around the sanctum. They spawn every 12 hours, so that's twice a day. You can find them. Everyone is fighting for them because there is a lot of experience involved from the guardians. Right, so this one, when you max it out, it's obviously 70% more experience bonus. That is a huge amount of experience. The other skill, healing factor when you leave the battle, is okay-ish, and the expertise is going to boost his fourth skill. 2000 after you leave the battle. So this is why Lohar, he is an exceptional PvE commander, killing barbarians, neutral units, forts. These particular things, he is a king when it comes to that. 35% more damage to them, 70% more experience from them. This is going to help you out level up your second commander quite fast. So your second in command, if you wanna, whoever, let's say you wanna put Julius Caesar, Kusunoki, I'm just saying some names, Cleopatra, or whichever commander you wanna put at second in command to level them up, you will do it really fast with Lohar. Now on top of his skills, I already mentioned about his skills and how you can mention it, how you can upgrade it, is gonna be his stars. Now what I have to say is that the last star, it costed me about 300. 4 to 5 stars, it's about 100 and something. So the last 2 stars, it's about, let's say, 400, 450. The first 4 stars, let's maybe put another 100, but that's too much. It's probably way less. So roughly you should expect in stars, to max his star level, about 500, 550, give or take. That's gonna depend on your luck of critical hits. So this is how much you should expect in terms of stars that you have to spend on Lohar if you plan to bring him to 6 stars. Now, my personal advice about Lohar would be that you should start spending on him after you maxed out his skills. So as I mentioned, if you're in an active alliance, that means you're going to get sculptures, a ton of sculptures from him. So inevitably, you're going to level him up. I personally am an unfortunate case, because my alliance was inactive at the beginning, and not many people do Lohar's events, but I would advise you to do them. I would advise you to try and max out Lohar from that particular event, because he's gonna help you level up your other commanders quite a lot. The only other commander that grants you experience from killing barbarian is Boudica, which grants you another 20% experience. So I was lucky that I started with Britain, and she is the Britain starting commander. So because I started with her, she was already having 20% commander experience. Lohar, no one was doing it, and to start investing in him just for leveling up, I didn't found it really helpful, because I also spent some money into the game. So for me, it's easier to level up commanders. I get experience from the VIP shop with the gems and so on. And I think I'm pretty solid with the level of the commanders right now. So yes, if your alliance is very active, go ahead and you will not regret it. But for PvE, killing barbarians, guardians or other neutral units. Now enough about his skills. Let's see something about his talents. So this is the talent build from Lohar. Now I mentioned that from his third skill, when you max out, you get 70% more experience. Now if you follow the Peacekeeper path like I'm showing you in this image, if you do the green ones first and you follow the Peacekeeper path, one particular skill over there is gonna grant you another 15%. That brings Lohar to 85% experience. When I started, we didn't have this Peacekeeper talents. The talents were completely different. We didn't have bonus experience. So this is quite significant and quite helpful while killing barbarians and guardians. 85% experience. There are talents, shrines and runes that can boost this experience, which I'm not sure if anyone is ever mentioned about them. So there is research in the alliance. There is rune buffs around the shrines, and there are shrines or sanctum or holy sites or how you want to call them that also grants commander experience. So you can boost your commander experience pretty high if you actually want to. Now if you follow this path, it's green, red, blue and yellow. Now I already mentioned on the blue ones, you can see for yourself, after you've done the red ones, the first one that you should do on the blue is the bottom one, the horse one, the horse head, because you gain another 9% march speed by doing that as the first one. So that is pretty significant. You're going to have a lot of march speed. When you get to the yellow ones are just a treat, because the color of the pack is mainly working for infantry. So only when you have infantry is gonna be helpful. That's why it's the last one, the yellow one, that you're going to do. So this is the talent tree that I would strongly advise for Lohar. This is the one and only that can work for him, like it says there in the image. Another thing that I have to mention about talents, which people are stumbling about, and I have a lot of questions about it. Talents only work from the main commander. It applies to the second commander as well, but only from the main commander. Now if you wanna ask me, I would personally use Lohar. I would never personally use Lohar as a second in command. because he's a peacekeeper and a support in the same time, which is pretty unique. That means he's going to be able, if you check the skills, we can go and check them from the game as well, he's going to generate an insane amount of rage after each skill. That's 150 from there, that's another 9 from attacks from here, so that's a lot of rage regeneration that he is going to make. Attack to your troops, more healing to your troops, action points reduction, like I mentioned, experience, and a lot of Mars speed that you can get. So I would personally not use Lohar as a second in command. I would advise you to use Lohar as a main commander with a second commander that you're planning to level up. So let's say, like I mentioned, any other commander you want to put a second in command for leveling and killing barbarians is gonna work. You want to level up your gatherers, Lohar is the beast. He's the god of doing it. So that is pretty much how good Lohar is at leveling. I do not advise you to use him for battle. If you've seen someone using him for battle, maybe he doesn't have any other option, or I don't know, he can generate and heal a lot, but as I mentioned, only his main skill. If you actually go into PvP, you're going to benefit just from one skill, and then it's going to be his talents. So I would advise PvP as much as possible with him. Me personally, if you find him useful, then go ahead and use him for battle as well. That's pretty much what I have to say about Lohar. As I mentioned, talents only work on the main commander. They do apply to the second commander as well, but only from the main commander. So for leveling, he is a beast, killing barbarians, neutral units, and all that. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie, and I'm signing out. Peace out.